Hey, Joe Schmidt from 5 Eyewitness News is here co-hosting today. Steve has the day off. Thanks for being here, Joe.
I'm very excited to be here.
I'm really glad that you're here for this next segment. This is very important because, remember, Michael Phelps, the swimming stud, is dripping in gold these days. But what has gotten just as much buzz are these, okay? These look like bruises all over his back and his shoulders. Remember this?
Yeah, I came with a couple of those on my neck when I was in high school. But I wasn't cupping at the time.
Okay.
I was ahead of my time.
Hey, ladies.
Yeah. Okay.
It is called cupping.
It is called cupping. You've heard that word, I'm sure, in the last few weeks. But we're not exactly sure of what the heck it does. Here to show us just that is our holistic health expert and owner of Healing Insight, Senya May.
Hi, Senya. Nice to see you. Oh my goodness. Okay, you have to start by first just telling us what this is. What is cupping?
So cupping is a traditional Chinese medicine technique where we take glass cups and we use a fire to burn the oxygen out of it, and then we apply suction to the upper back or the lower back to release muscle tension and reduce pain.
Oh, okay. So this is something that looks a little bit painful. Okay, why are swimmers using it?
Well, it's a really great way to very quickly increase blood flow to the muscles so that they can recover much faster and get back in the pool the next day.
Looks painful. We're going to ask Lori how she feels in just a minute about this, but how does it actually work?
So what we do is we just have a lovely little flame here. This is called fire cupping. So there are many techniques that you can use. That's what we're going to do today is fire cupping.
Yeah.
So all we do is we just burn the oxygen out and it creates a suction that kind of vacuums the skin up into the cup itself.
This is crazy.
Does it matter what size cup you use?
It does, sure. You can use bigger cups to get, on like the bigger muscles, use smaller cups on smaller muscles.
And now massage, you would think, is kind of the thing that we immediately think of when we're going, okay, let's release tension in muscles.
Right, exactly.
But how is this different?
So cupping is even even better than a deep tissue massage, because with massage you can only dig so deep to get a muscle out, and with cupping what you're doing is you're pulling this old congested blood out of these tight muscles and bringing it to the surface, and so you can get deep muscles that you wouldn't be able to get with just massage.
And so Michael Phelps is thinking, I want my muscles loosened up, ready to go to perform.
Right.
Okay,
absolutely.
but what about someone like Lori? How's she doing down there,
Well,
Joe?
let's check this out. Lori, you have some welts on your back?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
It's absolutely fine. It's more like a pleasant grab. I'm in absolutely no discomfort whatsoever.
Isn't that interesting?
A pleasant grab. Would you describe that as more?
It's something, maybe people who eat the fish cookies could consider. I don't know. But it feels like everything that is needing to be removed is just being removed. It's very, very pleasant, actually.
She says it's very, very pleasant. She says everything that
right.
needs to be removed, it feels like it's being removed. That's so interesting. So, Senya, this is not painful.
No, not at all.
No, not at all, even though it leaves kind of those bruises. Are the bruises painful after?
No, they're not. So over time, the bruises disappear. So it usually lasts for a couple of days, if anything. And actually, the areas where you get darker bruising is areas where you have more congestion and more inflammation. And so as you do cupping several sessions in a row, you have less and less bruising over time.
Now, do you always just do it on the back? Can you do it in other areas?
You can do it other areas. So for Laura here, we're doing upper back. You could do lower back is very common. The shoulder as well. So if you have a lot of shoulder pain or if you have frozen shoulder, this is a great therapy for that.
I saw them move the cups. Do you do that too?
Yeah, that's another great way that you can do cupping is you can slide the cups to kind of give like a full massage all the way up and down the back. So that's another variation.
So how old is this? Is this like going back to ancient China?
Thousands of years.
Okay.
So when I studied in China, I went to one of their museums there, and they had ancient cups that they were using from 4,000 years ago that they had found in the ground.
That's why it has to be kind of amusing to you, Senya, when something like this pops up. Because I remember a few years ago when Gwyneth Paltrow had this done, and then you could see like the bruises when she was wearing a dress, and it was a huge deal. And everyone makes a big deal. What is this? What is this? And you're like, this has been going on forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We've been using this for since time unknown.
Now, if you were doing an actual cupping session, how long would you keep these on, and would you want to do acupuncture in the same session?
Yeah, so usually we'll leave the cups on for about 5 to 15 minutes, and you can use cupping as a standalone therapy. I find that it works best if you combine it with acupuncture as well, because with the cupping you're just working on like one area of the back. With acupuncture you can be balancing the whole body and all of the connective tissues that's connecting to that area.
Now, we've seen athletes use it a lot, but are you now, since the Olympics, has the phone been ringing off the hook a little
like
bit more?
you wouldn't believe.
Really?
Yeah.
They all want to get it done. Tell me
Right.
about some of the other things that, symptoms that you might be dealing with where cupping can be applicable, because not all of us are swimming in the Olympics.
Right,
Like
so
none of
any
us.
sort of like upper back pain, if you think about anything that could cause you to have lots of tension, if you're sitting at the computer all day long, if you any of those muscles that hurt can benefit from cupping. Upper back pain, lower back pain, shoulder pain. But there's a lot of other issues that it can help with that you can see on the screen there. I use it a lot for allergies.
How does that work?
Well, it's super interesting because what you're doing here is you are breaking the capillaries in the back, but what that does is it stimulates the immune system. And so then it says to your immune system like, hey, we need to work a lot harder. And what that ends up doing is it boosts your immune system and helps you to fight off allergies. So I very, very commonly combine this with acupuncture to treat allergies.
Okay, that's really good for people to know who are going to have those fall allergies.
And if you
ragweed
glam that
season.
thing up, you could wear that out.
There you go. Like Doc Ock. What is that?
Yeah.
Halloween? It'd be perfect.
This is the point when Joe's daughters go, oh, Dad.
Yeah, dad jokes.
Oh, my gosh.
I get accused of dad jokes.
Is there anyone who maybe shouldn't explore this kind of therapy?
Oh, that's a really great question. If you have a bleeding disorder, I guess that would be one person I maybe wouldn't do cupping for. But it's a very, very safe, gentle procedure. So, not too concerned about contraindications.
And look at that. Lori's happy as a clam. We haven't even seen her face the whole time. She exists. Senia, thank you so much. So nice to have you here to explain all of this. So Senia is offering new patients a half-price deal on a 3-session cupping package. That's a $320 value for $160. You can use the promo code TCL50 when you're booking your appointment online. And you can also call to make your appointment. Just make sure you mention this deal. You do have to book by Friday, August 26th, and then the sessions have to be completed by the end of October. But we have all those details at TwinCitiesLive.com. Big thanks to Healing Insight for sponsoring Twin Cities Live, and it is the cutest place in the world. If you go in there, you will just feel relaxed the second you walk in the door. Nice to see you, Senia.